Hey guys, hey guys, Destined Belfort X Quad Strike here. We're back with another scary riddle. Yes, I'm sorry that I hadn't been uploading for like for like 3 or 4 weeks now. It's just since I started high school for like I think since like almost 4 weeks. It's I'm it's getting to the point where I forget to make where I stop. It's coming to the point where I would stop making videos for you. Yes, but and and before I start, I want to start to apologize for the noises you'll hear, like like the sound of cars from outside and and noises and yes, etc. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, so yeah, just like I said, we're back with another scary riddle. We have Game Boy. The Game Boy is a sad and scary story about a young boy who goes to hospital where he meets a sickly young girl. The twist ending is quite subtle but horrifying. For first word problems. First world problems. Ashura's monsters are attacking people outside. I don't know what kind of game is referencing that. But anyways, so this is Game Boy. Look, it says Nintendo Game Boy. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, just like I said, this is Game Boy. We have Game Boy. Enjoy. The curtains rise up on the theater of the abyss. I can still remember playing Saga 2 on the Game Boy when I was young. In America and Europe, they called it Fighting Fantasy Legend 2. It really was a great name, and I had many hours of fun trying to complete it. However, something happened when I was 10 years old that caused me to stop playing it altogether. Disclaimer, I'm sorry if you guys hear all those screaming. Sorry. Just there it is again. Sorry for about the screaming. But anyways, on to the story. I broke my leg during a game of soccer and it was a bad fracture, so I had to spend 3 days in hospital. There were three other people in the hospital ward on with me. An old man, an old woman, and a young girl around the same age as I was. I was lay there in that cold, uncomfortable hospital bed, bored out of my mind. There was absolutely nothing to do. Luckily, when my mother came to visit, she brought my Game Boy to keep me entertained. The young girl in the bed next to mine was very pale and sickly. She had dark circles around her eyes. That evening, her mother came to visit as well. She brought some drinks and snacks for the girl. I overheard her talking to one of the nurses, and from what I could make out, the doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with the girl. She had some type of mystery illness, and they were still doing tests. And also sorry about the noises from outside, like that motorcycle or a motorbike. But anyways, I spent most of my time playing Fighting Fantasy on my Game Boy. At one point, I glanced up and noticed the girl staring at me. Her eyes were very sad. When she saw me looking at her, her cheeks went red. Do you want to play? I asked, holding up my Game Boy. You can borrow it if you like. The girl's eyes lit up and she smiled. Okay, I like that, she said. By the way, my name is Ryota, I said. I'm Sayaka, she replied. Well, nice Japanese names. I couldn't get out of bed, but I managed to toss the Game Boy over to her. She didn't understand the game, so I had to teach her how to play. Over the next couple of days, we became very friendly. The time flew by as we spoke about school. Our mo- our movies were our movies we both like and our favorite bands. Before I knew it, the time had come for me to go home. My parents arrived and helped me into a wheelchair. As we were leaving, I noticed that Sayaka was crying. Don't be sad, I said. As soon as I'm able to walk again, I'll come back and visit you. Her face seemed to brighten up. You promise? She asked. I promise, I said and handed her my Game Boy. Here's something to play with until I see you again. See, a week later, I was on crutches and I decided to go back to the hospital to visit Sayaka. My parents drove me to the hospital, but when I got to the ward, there was no sign of her. The old man and the old woman were still there, but Sayaka's bed was empty. Her name wasn't even on the door. Maybe she's been discharged already, I thought. I went to the nurse's desk and asked him what had happened to Sayaka. I'm sorry, Sayaka is gone, said the nurse. Gone where? The nurse had tears in her eyes. She's gone to another place. I might have been young, but I wasn't stupid. I knew what she really meant. She didn't need to sugarcoat it on me. For me, I was stunned. Sayaka was dead. I just stood there, balancing on my crutches, unable to move. She wanted to. She wanted you to have this, said the nurse. She held out my Game Boy and took it, not uttering a word. Then, with my heart full of sadness, I turned and hobbled off down the corridor. That night, I didn't feel like eating anything. I just lay in my bedroom with the lights off, thinking about Sayaka. My heart was aching. After a while, I turned on the Game Boy, but I was too sad to play. The game reminded me too much of her. Then I opened the saved game and realized that the names of the players have been changed. What? X help MP. Why? Mom is in poison in me. Robot slime bait DD. X help, mom is poison in me. I I know the riddle is it. Her mom poisoned her. How cruel! Let's hope I got it right to know that Sayaka's mom had poisoned her. Cause even has the clues. Help, mom has poisoned me. Well, let's read the comment. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. It's help, my mom. Help, my mom is poisoning me. Help, my mom is poisoning me. Yeah, it's spelled. Help, my mom is poisoning me. Yeah, it's just yeah. So yes, I got another riddle right. That knowing that her mom was poisoning her to die. Poor Sayaka and Ryota. I'm so sorry, Ryota. That that means that Ryoka is Sakaya's sister, as the message says. Help! My mom is poisoning me. Clearly, Sakaya's mom didn't want Sakaya to know the existence of her younger or elder sister. From the slender of the wastes, from Carlos Rivera. Got the end by previous comment things. Good story, but what kind of poison was that which doctors couldn't find out and thought that it's a mysterious illness? Yes, so I guess I got the riddle right. That Sayaka's mother had poisoned her to die. But anyways, well, alright guys. So that was Game Boy. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next scary story or riddle for you. Until next time, the curtains closes up on the Theater of the Abyss.